Yeah.
Dang, so that's
It's good for machines too.
my part 2 of water testing.
My steamer at
Keeps
work.
from that buildup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They do silver painting and stuff. That's all.
Oh, do you really?
And I polish.
You do polish.
Make some good dough.
What do you say?
He makes some good
I
dough.
pay him $10 an hour to polish silver.
Oh, nice.
After it's played.
Hey, man, that's not a bad deal right there.
Uh,
Are you pretty good at it?
He'll work,
Yeah.
he'll work about 4 hours a day.
That's cool. Good for you, man. Keep up that work ethic. All right, so this is the other thing that a lot of people are concerned about these days, what's called total dissolved solids, right? Probably can read that out. But it's all the stuff that you can't see that's been dissolved in water, metals and the like. So this was your right there.
so that's
In this area, it used to be between 40 and 60 parts per million. Now it's 256. That's, I think, what most challenges people today is the fact that there's so many different metals and different chemicals and different things like that are dissolving in water. That makes it more of a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, this is the audience participation part. If you woke up every day and had nice, soft, clean skin like you do right now, would you have to put lotions and creams on when you got out of the shower or bath?
no.
No? Wouldn't it be great?
So hit no?
No, hit
Or
yes.
would- Yes, because it would be great. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. And then, wouldn't it be great to know that you get all those detergents pulled onto your clothes? You know, you can actually have clean water, make your linen softer, whiter, and brighter instead of having all that buildup on there. What about having clean surfaces? I know I washed that glass really well, but imagine all of your shower doors, your tiles, your basins, your toilet bowls. This right here stays nice and clean without having any buildup, any of the basins and all that. It'd be nice not to have to use any of those harsh chemicals. What about drinking water? Wouldn't it be great to know that you have better than bottled water quality drinking water through every spigot or closet in your home?
Yes, that's very nice.
Oh, that's weird. What about saving money? Wouldn't it be great to know that you save money when you use clean water?
Of course.
Saving
Like you
money
use
is always
one
best way.
tablespoon rather than one whole
Mm-hmm.
box or cup or whatever you're using right now.
Yes.
Would you agree there's a problem with the water here,
Yes.
Yes.
Steve?
I'm sure.
These I showed you already, but this is some of the different contaminants that have been found in the local municipal water supply. So if you went through all this, and you went to the grocery store, let's imagine you look on the back of a soup label, found any of this stuff, would you ever buy the soups?
No,
Depends on how good it was.
Take it real quick. What if we put a label right here about all the things that have been found in the local municipal water supply? You wouldn't use any of that.
No.
And this is where I get graded. Did you enjoy the water test?
Yes.
yeah. Wait, how do you know our names?
Because I told them before they
Wait,
came.
How do you know it is?
Oh,
Did you
okay.
see how good clean water saves you money?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you see how clean water saves you time?
Absolutely.
And this is where we go 0 to 10. 5 is I like and 10 is I love. We're talking about having nice, clean skin. Nikki, how important is it to you to have nice, clean, soft skin?
That's very important.
From 0 to 10.
10.
Steve?
5.
5? Right.
Xyring does the job.
All right. I always joke and say, well, how important is it for your wife to have nice, clean, soft skin? Usually it's like, okay, a little more than 5, right? What about having clean clothes?
Yes.
Right? A lot of detergents and different things that are kept in the fibers of that. How important is it to you, Nikki?
They're
that's
itchy.
8.
8 for you, Steve?
Covered in sawdust as we speak.
Oh, yeah. Well, so from 0 to
it's
10.
important.
It's not. I mean, I'm dirty all the time.
So 5 again?
Sure.
All right. And then what about 0 to 10 on clean surfaces? When you get in the bathtub, knowing that they're nice and clean, you don't have any of that soap scum build up, no one has to go back and spend their time or their afternoons cleaning up.
To me, it's worth everything. So bad.
10 for you, Steve?
He could.
It's a family of 6, man. Everything we own is covered in peanut butter and piss.
Is that another 5?
Sure.
I was gonna say, put that as a.
What about taste of water? How important is having good tasting water? Your coffees, your teas, your juices.
10.
I'll give you a 10.
10 for you.
That's
Steve,
very
for you.
important.
10.
10, okay.
Very.
And then what about saving money? How important is saving money to the household?
That's
I
very
have a heater
important.
on and my front door's propped open.
I was gonna say, we unfortunately have the dollars just fall out.
Yeah, so not
So-
important?
It is important.
It
They're all
is.
loaded questions. We know.
Yes.
Yeah, we get it.
It's important, just we
So
make
what's
the
your
wrong
number? I'm sorry.
decisions.
10.
10 for you, Steve?
Sure.
10. What about your health? How important is your health?
Very important.
Very important.
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
I put your health as important too,
Oh,
if that's
sorry.
alright. Usually people put 10s on that back.
Yes.
Saving money and being healthy is important. So that concludes the water testing. And at this point, a lot of people ask what would be a solution, where would it go, and how much does it cost?
Close the front door.
Do you have any of those questions?
Not at this time. My only, I mean, is this a system that you would be selling then?
Yeah, so we do sell whole home.
Can
Don't
we
need to know
buy
about I
it?
don't need to tell you about it.
I was gonna say, I'm personally, I'm okay for right now, not knowing, but I would love your quote so I can reach back to you.
Can we buy it?
Yeah.
What's like the whole shebang? Is it like a
Yeah, so we recommend a whole home system, right? So right when the water comes in your home, off your water main before it goes to your water tank, before it fans out to your
off the main?
yeah, right, I mean, literally right when it comes in, or right before the water heater.
Say it's a finished part of the base.
So you get the finished part, then it goes to maybe a utility room for your water
Yeah.
heater. Yeah. So generally, your plumbing will go straight from that.
You guys already have that. You can hook that up to one of the big water jugs.
You know,
And
front
then,
spigots out front.
Oh.
But generally it goes to your water first because that's how it heats up the warm water.
Pretty sure.
you could, if you have big water jugs and it has like those little dispensers, you could hook that up to that water jug and then that could be purified water in that.
Yeah. This is a miniature version here.
So what's the system cost?
Well, so if I answer that question, I have to tell you more information, which I'm happy to do. But I have a couple questions for you guys first. And that first question is, if Rainstop can show you that you can enjoy all the benefits that I described here tonight, and it would be the same or less than what you're currently spending to have this in your home, would you guys have a system put in?
Yes.
What's your question? I'm sorry, I did not.
If you can see that this water
Yeah.
is going to cost you the same or less than what you're already spending,
Oh, of course.
of course you would, right?
Yes.
Would you, Steve?
Yes.
I owned a car dealership for 8 years.
Either.
He doesn't like the
I went
games.
through.
Oh, you just want to talk
I went
money.
through. I went through tons of, training, all the sales stuff. I get it.
Okay, well let's talk about that because
Completely get it.
so I'm gonna bring back, if you don't mind, your car days, because when you buy a car or sell a car to someone, there's a price to it, right? But there's also a cost to a car, right? So when I buy a certain kind of car, there's gonna be a cost of putting tires and oil and so on and so forth and gas in it, right? So this is the type of system that when you have a price for it, the cost pays for the system itself, right? Because one of the things that I've showed you already is based off of using less detergents, using less lotions and creams and all that stuff. So if I was to ask you, based off of what your family does right now, obviously shampooing and laundry and all that stuff, if we went through your house and picked out all those products and how often you're buying, I know some things you buy in bulk and they last longer and all that, do you know about how much you'd spend in an average month on soap and cleaning products?
I was gonna say like.
I don't know. Like what?
You spend about 50.
Give us the figure in the average family.
I'll give you like
Because
a
we
way
don't
that we
spend
figured out.
Because
that much.
I would
Because
say it's-
honestly,
I know it's a game of averages.
Yeah.
When I buy soap, I buy it
Yeah, it might last you longer
by
than
the,
that sort of.
on Amazon by the pallet, so I don't know how long. It's not really a monthly thing.
buy things like that?
I buy things in very large quantities.
Good. Well, because you
Like
say it
that.
and you do that, yeah.
We do really.
Okay, so if I was to walk
Not
you through just like
pounds,
an
but I mean,
average
it's,
deal, so do you know how much you spend in an average week on groceries by chance? Like,
Oh,
including everything you may forget the first time, all your personal care, and everything.
Average about, I would
200?
I would say about 250 a week.
yeah.
Let's say 200 and be conservative. Okay. So we find that between 10% and 20% of your total grocery bill goes towards personal care items, right? The 10% are conscious, they only buy things on sale and in bulk. The 20% are going to be the people that only buy brand loyal stuff, right? I know that it works. I'm going to buy that because it worked the last time. Most people are in between that 15%. Where would you find yourselves?
10.
10. All right. $80 a month on soap and cleaning products?
About.
I doubt it.
High?
Probably we pay
Maybe
probably half of that.
50.
Half?
I don't know, 50. 50, 40, going once, going twice, sold.
We do like the liter shampoos. And,
Right, so you guys buy things in bulk, so it'll
and
probably be
then-
less than that.
yeah.
80. Okay, so I work for Tri-State Water, Water, Power, and Air. We're based out of Fenton. We've been in business for over 25 years. We have 4 offices that cover 8 different states. We do all the testing for home pennies, all the companies that have large water purification needs. I have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. We have for 25 years now. That's the RainSoft facility. That's where the resin is made. It's up in Bensonville, right outside of Chicago, Illinois. Here's some companies that use RainSoft. I'm sure you recognize at least a couple of those, right? Nassau, for instance, obviously Marriott's, all those hotels, right?
Jaguars.
Jaguars, yeah. This is what the equipment we recommend for your home, a 3-part system. The first 2 parts get attached to your water main right when the water comes in. It's a taste and odor filter, right? So it's going to be that large, sophisticated carbon that brings all the chlorines and pesticides, herbicides. Here's a data sheet of everything that it takes out.
And that can be mounted
Why
by
not?
the water heater.
Yeah, it usually goes by the water heater. That's typically where most people put it. The EC5 is where it takes out all the gunk from the water, right? All the buildup everywhere. It also has a rainsoft.com capability to be
That's
attached to your
clean.
smartphone, right? So the only maintenance that you have on the EC5 is to put salt
That's
in it.
dirty.
That salt is only used to clean that resin.
What kind of salt?
It's just the regular rock pellets that you can get in your hardware store, right? It's $4.88 right now for a 40-pound bag. You can always,
That took a lot
yeah, so
of
it'll
chemicals
have
just
a
to get it
valve
there.
that public water will come in. It'll go through that resin just like my miniature conditioner, right? That's the good clean water. It has both positive and negatively charged ions. So if you look at that little picture there, it has both positive and negatively charged ions. So the positive attract the negative, negative attract positive. It builds up on that resin. Then that brine solution comes in to break away that bond. So it sits there for 12 minutes. Typically the regeneration occurs at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday night or a Monday night or whatever night we set it for.
Is there any current?
He put the
current
same
The only electrical
chemicals
current is
in
for that
each
timer,
thing.
right? That timer is almost just like an alarm
That
clock, right? It
one
just
I
tells the
believe
system
was
when it needs to
these
switch
two
over
tap.
to clean the water, right? Or to
Red
clean the resin.
tap on
Once it's in the resin, then it
green
flushes it
on
down the drain so it never comes in your home, and then it
fridge.
flushes the system twice with self-contained
Blue
clean water.
was
Then
from
the valve goes switched back right to the
that,
public water
thing.
source and just repeats the process over and over.
It's pretty cool.
We also install a hydrofiner, and that hydrofiner brings water to lab grade quality at 0.09 microns. So we further refine the ion exchange resin for lab grade quality for your cooking and your drinking needs. Has a bladder that gets installed underneath your kitchen sink and then a separate spigot right above it so that you can use that. You have that set up. That's what I took out. The great thing about the system is that it has a lifetime warranty on all parts of the system. That includes the tanks, the valves, the electrical parts, and the resin. The resin is what does the cleaning of the water
What
itself.
if we move?
It's something you take with you. Absolutely. So I originally had a system put in when I lived in Florida, down in St. Petersburg, and I moved it back up to St. Louis with me. Right?
Okay.
Super easy. Do you do plumbing yourself?
Every day.
Okay, so any plumber can do it. We prefer to do it just because we can set the timer based off of what the new hardness is and all that stuff. But,
Oh, sorry.
anyway, I thought he was waving first. Yeah, so any plumber can do it. It just has to work. We would prefer to, or if you would, so sometimes people will put it, they'll move it and then they'll just call us and say, okay, walk me through the timer real quick just so they can set it, right? And then we'll look how many grains of hardness are in that area, right? Because that really determines how often it needs to clean
I
itself.
got you now.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's based off of rate of flow as well, right? So the system,
Does it monitor flow?
yeah, so that timer monitors flow, so how
So
much
it's gotta
water
be in
passes
line.
through. Yep. So if you guys are out of town not using any water at all, it knows it doesn't need to clean itself. But conversely, let's say everyone's in town from the holidays, the family, and everyone's taking baths and showers, and just like it needs to clean itself more frequently, then it will, right? The old timer on the EC4 was only based off of a certain amount of time, and then it would clean itself. So that's one of the nice things about the. Some people try to figure out exactly how much this water costs them.
Does it use like in color, like on the output or something like that to monitor the flow rate, or is
Yeah, so what comes in is what goes out, and it'll keep track of it with the flow meter. Yeah. Visual stuff, things that you see around the house. I look to the things that also what you could have with RainSoft, but I want to show you, I'm not here to add a bill to your house. I'm only here to show you that if you use your money right and what you're normally spending on this stuff here, you can have clean water for less than what you're already spending. All I ask at the end, you just give me a yes. Studies done by Ohio State University by having clean water, how you get rid of chemicals from your life, how your skin, your hair, and clothes. You also see your razor blades last longer. So you don't dull the blade passing it through this stuff in the water itself. Your food will not only look better, they'll taste
Bad
better.
water.
Nutrients out, and that's what causes them to start to turn soggy. In fact, you ever see when you cook pasta, that white froth? Better, but people find they use like